Oh man.
Yeah,
We're keeping it real.
yeah. I mean, like, but here you're right. I mean, if you ever, and I feel like I've been honest with you via Discord. If you're ever thinking about going from 1 to 2, you're gonna need like a. You got to examine. You got to go through a big examination, and then
It's like going from a zone defense to man to man.
Yeah, and then 2 to 3, it's like going from.
I wouldn't worry about that.
2 to 3. Let me put it in terms that the audience would understand. 2 to 3 is like going from Gwyn to 7 Melanias. That's it has nothing to do with logic or numbers. It just is what it is. Did you die?
Yeah, I was just mashing the button.
All right, let's
got hands.
Chat, are we? I feel like are we ahead of the game here? We should probably just put some levels into our weapons, then we'll be fine.
Isn't there like another boss we fight before this guy?
It's a good question. Any front seat or Elden Ring aficionados that knows, you know, well, this Erd tree right in front of you is really one of the roots of Melania's grandmother's sister's cousins. Everyone says.
Oh, apparently we're where we're supposed to be.
Okay. I think we just need to level our weapons then.
Yeah, I am on like sword +1.
I could probably. I'm probably the same.
But I don't even know if I have the smithing materials to upgrade my weapon any further.
Oh, you're looking.
Let me take a peek.
I don't feel like we're too far ahead.
I don't think I do. I don't think I do.
I got some for you if you need it. We just got to get the levels though. Someone said.
I honestly think we can take this guy.
You think so?
As naive as it sounds, I totally think we could. Oh yeah, I totally think we could take this guy.
All right, let's do it.
I mean, like if Hob can do it, we can do it.
Oh, dude. You know, I appreciate Hob as an entertainer. I love watching his streams, but I'm like, bro, if we played Elden Ring, we could no hit the game.
Yeah, I mean, if that's all you play, like how hard could it be?
Yeah.
The game's only like 100 hours long.
Yeah.
Aren't there people now that like they no hit the game on like a dance pad and stuff? Like, gamer inflation is getting crazy, man.
Bro, I saw someone beat Melania in Morse code, and I said, "What? Nothing's left, man. Well, there's nothing left." You try to come up with like cool ideas to do, like someone beat it with a banana and 2 wires. How it? Like, what the heck, man?
Back in our day, you were like a stud if you could beat the game. Much less like, you know, beat it with some kind of self-imposed challenge. You know, we would play. I would go to my friend's house to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. They would be like, "I can't get this hidden tape. Can you help me?" On the Phoenix level, where you got to do like 17 grinds in the air. I was like I was the Harvey Keitel from Pulp Fiction of that hidden tape. Go to my friend's birthday party. He's like, "Yo, real quick, can you get that hidden tape on Phoenix for me?" Nowadays, I'm nothing, man. Oh, you beat the game? Oh, but you leveled. Oh, but you used this weapon. But oh, but you used the controller. Oh, but you didn't set up the Neuralink directly to your brain. Like, it's crazy, man.
It's different out there, man. And talking about like viral content, so I saw this tweet. Do you know how old MrBeast is?
Yeah, he's 26.
That I thought he was like 35, man. He's already cracked YouTube. We cracked YouTube when he was what, 20 years old? Like, what is left for this guy? Like,
I don't know, maybe like finding some intrinsic meaning to life.
What do you mean? He just turned 26. He's giving away 26 Teslas.
Didn't someone beat Melania with a goldfish?
I'm not even knocking him. I'm just like, okay, so now you won YouTube. Now the hard part. What are you gonna do next?
Well, that's how I feel. Like when you peak so early, it's like what do you do? You know what I mean?
I mean, like maybe he's content. You know, maybe he's like, if he's 80 and he's giving away 80 Teslas, he's like, that's the dream life for him. I don't know. There's lots of different people out there. You know what? Take me. No hit, hitless.
Chat. Why? Look, I'm gonna be that guy. Why does chat not like MrBeast? Everyone like, oh, he's unhappy. Why do people not like MrBeast? Did he do so? Did he do something that I missed?
I think that any disdain towards MrBeast, you may just not like his content first, but then also he's like so emblematic of like the rise and grind hustle culture, like the only meaning of life is like getting to the top of your business sort of culture, that he catches strays as a result of that. Like even in personal interviews that he's given, like his whole reason for living is to like optimize getting as many views on YouTube as possible, which a lot of people might look at as sort of like a life devoid of any extra meaning. I don't hate him as an individual. I do find like I don't know, I don't even know what word to use that's not offensive, but like the obsession with like constantly growing your metrics, even though you have like more success and money that you and the people in your life could possibly need for like the rest of your life. I find that kind of strange, but
doesn't he do a lot of philanthropy stuff? Like
yeah, that's good.
But I guess my question is, when he says like all that hustle stuff, does he give any context? Like, hey, you can still do YouTube and not be like this?
Well, I don't think like that's his responsibility.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he has to do it. And also, it is important to keep in mind, like 26 is still super young. Like,
yeah, it's nuts.
Like, I might be, at 26, I might have been more like him than I am like myself at 35. So I'm not trying to like damn him or anything like that.
I mean,
I do sort of feel
you're
like
putting about 10 Isaacs a day.
True, yeah. I don't know. I just find like I'm not making better content than MrBeast. That's ridiculous. But I don't know. The older I get, the more I find like all this like just making content for the sake of it being watched kind of like detestable. Like, I don't care if you dropped a Lamborghini into a trash compactor, or like fucking, shot a private plane into a volcano. Like, I don't care what like a $10 million a night hotel looks like. Like, I need some art, man. I'm okay like making trash. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like. I don't want to be like, wow, this guy's making the best trash. Like it's good for him, and I have nothing against him. But like, I don't need like a David Letterman interview with MrBeast. That's like, so what was going through your head when you made Squid Game ages 0 to 100 version 4? Wow, and your magnum opus, $1,000 flight versus $1 million flight. Like, what were you speaking to? The innate truths in the human condition with that one. Like, what motivated you to make that?
Yeah, but come on, you and I both know we'd both click on if you put a Lamborghini into a trash compactor.
I swear it to you, I'm not putting on airs. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't just...
I would rather watch like a music video for a song I liked when I was 21 that I've seen 35 times.
See, I think you're placating to your audience right now. I'm just gonna...
0%. I don't watch YouTube.
Neither do I, but if someone put a Lamborghini into a trash compactor, I'm seeing what happens.
It's gonna get compact.
Yeah, but
what else could possibly happen?
They're gonna put a stranger walking by and get their reaction.
I don't know what you want me to say. Sometimes Kate will like watch a MrBeast video, so I've seen a few. But like, I don't know. I just couldn't imagine. Well, I don't know. It's just not my scene. Let's put it that way. I don't think there's anything wrong. There's people making way worse stuff. Have you seen like the YouTube channels that are like, top 10 like child in court freakouts? Like, this 13-year-old just got sentenced to life in prison, and then it's like an AI generated thumbnail with like tears coming down their face. Like, that stuff is like the erosion of society to the extreme.
Yeah.
I just don't really care for the stuff that like MrBeast makes. I don't think it makes him like a villain necessarily.
No, I mean, like, I think I've seen probably 3 or 4 MrBeast videos, but whenever I see the thumbnail and the title, I'm like, oh, I want to watch this one day, and then I just never watch it. But he comes up with just crazy concepts though. Like, that doesn't intrigue you at all. Like, I was buried alive for a week. Like, you don't like, bro, you don't want to see him panic?
I don't know. I guess I just don't care. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm just like, I'm guilty of participating in it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just at this opinion that there's like way too many like YouTube videos out there, man.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, not to knock my wife's preferences. You like what you like, and Lord knows she listens to the music in the car that I put on, and she's like, why does this guy listen to music from like 1972? But like sometimes she'll put on like these travel vlogs where it's just like a dude in Japan and he like goes to the convenience store and eats instant ramen, and then like it's just subtitled and they're reviewing it like it's a 5-star restaurant, and it's like the 80th time I've seen someone review like a Yoshinoya beef bowl or something like that as if it's the fat duck, and I'm like, don't we have enough of this, man? Don't we have just... I know the Yoshinoya beef bowl, man. Like I know we got enough Batro episodes out there. Don't get me wrong. But if someone said, "Hey, NL, aren't there enough Batro episodes?" I'd be like, "Yeah," but people keep watching them, and I got mortgage payments to make. I'm not gonna be like, you know, elevated about it, like I'm making art.
Oh man. No, I mean, I do think there's a lot of YouTube, but also there's a lot of humans on the planet. Like people like to watch all kind of stuff, you know?
It's true. You like what you like. Like I still listen to like economics podcasts. I don't work in finance. I'm like, oh, the S&P 500's up like, you know, 92 basis points today. Better listen to Animal Spirits, see what's up.
Let's just do a little leveling. Just trust me on this one.
Yeah, of course.
What's Animal Spirits?
It's just a podcast. It's just a reference.
Is it Apollo podcast?
Is it Apollo podcast? What do you mean by that?
Is it about furries?
No,
Oh.
It's about economics.
Well, why is it called Animal Spirits? Oh, bear versus bull.
You got it. Yeah.
Oh, you know how I remember that? A bear swipes down, a bull swipes up.
I've heard that before.
Isn't that's the answer, right? Bear is bad, bull is good.
I think bear is bad for sellers.
Bear is markets going down.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm just thinking you could probably see a bear throw an uppercut. I'm just saying, like, as a biologist, I'm not sure that it necessarily... If it helps you remember it, that's fine, but I'm not sure if it holds in the animal kingdom.
That's fair. I think if it's life or death. Do you think you could subdue a baby bear?
Yeah.
Okay. And
I
then
think I could trick it at least. We're talking like a cub under the age of 3 months.
yeah, like
No shot. Like he's toast. I pick him up and just bash his head in on a
No,
rock.
I'm just saying subdue until animal control gets there, not bash it. like I'm saying, like, can you hold one down with your strength?
Like a citizen's arrest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever think
Yeah,
about
yeah. I think I probably could.
if you had to go into a life of not have to, but say sometimes there's like part-time firefighters and stuff that do it on a volunteer basis.
Yeah.
What would your part-time public service be?
Honestly, I don't know if this is sidestepping the question.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm answering it honestly. I feel like I could be one of those dudes who like the city gives a sharp stick to, and then I like walk around picking up garbage in the parks.
So you'd be a Parks and Rec guy.
Yeah, I like being in the park. I don't mind picking up garbage. Although it does feel a little nihilistic, like picking up litter in the park, knowing it's just gonna go like to a landfill and litter there instead, I guess. But
How come we don't?
you know, I guess you try not to think about it.
Why don't we burn more garbage?
Dude, that's what I've been saying. And people are like, oh, it like releases too much pollution. Okay, then like burn it and catch the fumes in like a big balloon or something like that. Like how hard could it be?
And then you send the
We're
balloon up
smart
to space
people.
and we never have to
Exactly.
deal with it.
It just floats anyway, dude. Oh, I fucking died. Sorry.
Well, so like I've recently, I don't want to get too much into it, but I recently moved into like a less suburban area. And whenever I'm driving around, I just see these big piles of people burning like trees and stuff. And
in
I'm
the
like,
country, people just burn things.
yeah, and I'm like, man, like back in the suburbs, like you got to put it in a brown bag, then you got to wait for the day, and then I'm like, this.
Oh, too much recycling this week. We can't take that much.
But
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know
this
what you're
takes
saying.
up way less space, so why doesn't everyone burn?
Oh, I'm washed. Yeah, when I lived in the country, people were burning their garbage like nonstop.
I mean,
And we're also like throwing aluminum cans out of their pickup truck window as they drove, but like, you know, take the good with the bad.
I mean, I'm not talking garbage, but like any kind of lawn refuge, that thing's going up in smoke, man. And it looked kind of fun too.
Well, it's fire.
Are you allowed to have bonfires in your new neighborhood?
No, that would be frowned upon.
No, I'm
for
saying
sure.
like bonfire in one of those like metal things.
I mean, I guess if you had a pit in your backyard,
Yeah.
who's gonna stop you, right? But
No, they make stuff at Costco. It's like almost like a
like a natural gas hookup.
No, like a brazier. It's just like a metal can.
I think it's a brazier.
Yeah, that's what I said. Brazier. Yeah, like they don't do those in Canada.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, that's not something that like you wouldn't have one of those. Have a couple IPAs and a couple neighbors over on a.
Well, it would take up like probably 40% of our backyard, so
They're not that big.
neither is our yard.
What are you talking about mowing then? Get a
Well, you gotta mow the back, you gotta mow the front, you gotta mow the sides. It's just like getting a haircut.
Can I quote chat? Why not just get clovers?
That I don't even want to talk about that because it really riles people up. People take the condominium dwellers who live in large concrete boxes love to lawn shame.
So
They go crazy for it. But before you go, if you haven't done it yet,
Yeah.
rest at the bonfire, hit flasks, and add as many charges to your flask as you can.
Okay. There's wait, what was that? What was that little move you just did?
This one right here?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Why do you do that?
It's just rapidly stimming by pressing the block button as fast as you can if you're not doing anything else.
Hold on, hit the block button. Oh, let me try it. No, that L2? what L1? I don't even know what the block button is.
You don't know what the block button is?
I never use block in this game. What button is it?
It's LB. Kind of sick, right?
So this is like a kind of fairly big local news story, probably 6 months, maybe, no, it might have been last spring. Anyways, there's this lady who lived in a suburb, spent like 15 years making her entire front lawn out of clovers. And there's this landscaping company that was like treating someone else's lawn, whatever, you know, Miracle Grow or whatever, debug. They put it out. They got the address wrong and dumped it all over Clover. Oh, there was like a 5-page article with all the neighbors, everyone from the community saying you ruined 15 years of work. And that was the first time I ever heard of someone having clovers for a lawn. And I'm like,
I think it's good. Sorry, a little mucus.
but
I think it's good, but I think it doesn't look as good as grass.
But what do you do?
It's my house. I'm gonna pluck it.
But so basically, you just plant clovers. It looks like grass that doesn't grow, and you never have to cut it or water it.
I mean, clover is just like. Let me cough this out for a second. Clover is like yeast. I feel like it just grows naturally in the air. And that, like, if you leave your dirt alone long
5-0,
enough, you'll
let's
find
go.
clover on it.
And then, what do you do? Then you dig up that clover and you give it to someone with a clover lawn so they grow more?
No, you just let it propagate.
Well, how does someone have a clover lawn?
I don't understand. You just don't pluck it, and then it grows.
Okay, but let me ask you this. So you have a front lawn. How would you make that only clover?
I mean, I guess at that point, I would probably go to like a garden store and buy clover seeds.
And that's it.
Yeah, but like we don't really need to because we're like clover up to the gills right now. I don't know if it's just like a Vancouver thing, but like we got clover coming out of our ears.
Got it.
I just don't think I don't think it looks as good.
I've never
I don't
seen
know, I
I've
like
never
it.
seen
I
a
like it.
clover lawn. Do people have them in Vancouver?
You'll see them. I would say like you don't see that many full clover lawns, but you see lots of like mixed vegetation lawns. It is better for pollinators for sure.
Do you see clover lawns more or less often than you see a sports car wrapped in an anime wrap?
Well, I don't about the same.
You think I'll ever do a garden?
We have one.
You
We have one.
do?
Yeah, yeah.
What's it? You never told me what's in it.
Because I don't know what's in it. There was stuff in it when we moved in, and we didn't plant anything. All we did was like pluck the weeds.
What is
But
it?
then like we don't really know what we're doing. So like in our first winter, like probably like 60% of the plants died. But then, you know, they're plants. There's more.
I got you. So it's not like you're growing potatoes or something.
Right, yeah. Well, we don't have that kind of real estate here.
Well,
I'm content to just go to the grocery store.
hydroponics, brother.
I don't think we're going to be setting up hydroponics. I mean, because we have so much space taken up by the smokeless brazier in our backyard.
Do you have a grill?
Yeah.
Are you grilling?
I've been known to grill. Where are you?
I went to get my souls back. We need to get at a Bonnie, level up, and get the heck out of here.
We don't need to level up. We need to level up our weapons.
Okay.
Our levels should be pretty good, although neither of us are leveling vigor, I assume.
I did a little bit just because for the sake of content.
Whoa!
What you're dragging me down, brother.
I didn't realize.
I'm dodging for two people here. That's I
didn't even want to say it, but half of these Godric fights, I feel like I'm up in his grill 90% of the time, and then you're just hanging out at the back with the little opera goggles out.
Me, because you're messing up my rhythm. I'm like, oh, let me give him the benefit of the rhythm, and I'll just kind of I'll play the asynchronous staccato from Miles Davis.
That's actually fair, you know, because you get an advantage by being the person that the boss targets a little bit. I can understand that.
Yeah, you can dance if you want to.
It's like you're trying to like riff on somebody else's like improv. You're trying to insert your way into a conversation where there's already two people locked in topic with each other.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, you just kind of, if you see some room to do like a quick rim shot, you do it. If not, then you just stay back. The great ones do.
Well, Lord's sworn short sword level 1 was not doing it, but level 2 is guaranteed. It's on site, Godric.
Do you need a stone?
I need 3 stones.
I think we can buy. Can't you buy them from him?
Oh, does he sell them?
Someone sells them.
I can sell things to him.
Chat, a rim shot is something in drumming. Where's my DAER/drummers at? Yeah, I got 2 smithing stones I can drop for you.
Apparently inside hall, the man sells them. Inside hall. They should really consolidate, man. Like, this is crazy. Like, why don't you just move your smithing store next to the blacksmith store? And then you would both benefit.
I mean, I'd like to see you as a civil engineer, man. You'd make some big changes. I have 2 extra if you need it.
I think I could just buy them.
Okay.
I hope I can just buy them.
It's fun. It's amazing to me. We have not found any armor. Nothing. We have nothing.
I mean, I think you're still wearing like the pants I dropped for you. We're broke, man. I was lied to. These people don't sell anything. We need to upgrade the store to buy stuff. You know what I was thinking, man? Why does you go see a movie, you know what they don't have at the start of the movie?
What?
22-minute tutorial. Oh, you can't get to the second act of the movie because you haven't met this NPC in a completely different area of the game. What about just you start the game and you're like, this looks like Mario. Press A to jump. It works. What happened, man? We might so complicated?
You know,
wait. What did you vote for?
let's go south and let's get some.
Okay,
stuff.
So to the first step.
Bro, your character looks like the guy from Ted Lasso.
So true, I imagine. Stranded Graveyard.
It's the southernmost one.
That's the tutorial spawn though, isn't it?
Oh, let's go to first step then.
Right, why don't we go to Gatefront and then follow the road to the southeast. Gatefront is just north of the first step.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, let's go there. One more time.
We're so back. No vote in progress.
Okay, one more. There we go.
We're in.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you. Any game that gives me a tutorial to start automatically minus 20% on Metacritic.
I don't even mean this to be rude because I play a lot of indie games and I tend to like them. But I can't play any more games that start with like a 10-minute tutorial about like, oh, I'm doing my homework and then like a witch cast a spell on me that broke my house and then blah, 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 blah. And then you start playing the game and you're like, oh, it's Mario. That's what we were doing the cutscene for, is I'm jumping on platforms and like hitting blocks and grabbing mushrooms and stuff like that. Like, what do we... You don't need to be more than Mario. Don't just be Mario. That's okay.
You know what, Derek, Mr. You did for the Spelunky tutorial? There's caveman paintings on the back of a wall. That's all it is. You want to learn how to jump? Just look at the caveman painting. That's it.
Dude, exactly. Just a couple of etchings on the ground that say like, you know, use E to use a bomb. That's all you need.
I don't know when you know what? I hope someone clips that and then plays it at an indie dev software dev thing. You know, I know there's someone out there that runs.
You're gonna get me killed.
I know there's someone out there that runs an indie expo, like in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Look, please take that and clip it. You're gonna make an indie dev a lot of money, just like Ryan did for Batro. Did you get a cut of the back end of that?
We really the Batro haters are. I wish, man. I wish. The Batro haters are driving me crazy. They're literally typing in my Discord. I'm so sick of Batro. Can't wait till like 6 out of 10 roguelike comes out. I'm like, no disrespect. That game might be perfectly fine. You're doing it a disservice by comparing it to Batro. What you should be doing is saying like, hey, you should also check out this game instead of like, you know, oh, Bill's Dungeon comes out in May. It's totally going to dethrone Batro. Batro is like a once every like 5 years type of game, and people don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate it enough.
I'm with you. But I think because it's so polarizing, I think, ooh, we finally got something. I think that's what makes it special, is that you got people that ooh, look at this drip. I got a waffle helmet. Did you get one?
Oh, I think I got the shirt.
It's just that people either, oh, you look like Cody Rhodes. Let's go.
You know what? Yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
Let me, I'm going to figure out how to do this.
You no longer look like Cody Rhodes without your shirt on.
I am going, I don't have much on at all, honestly. I am going to, they made games too complicated, man. We got to go back to like 1922. I think you should have the full set bonus.
Oh, you don't have to do that, but I'm glad you did. I
got stuff. Look, like don't worry about me. I'll piece something together.
Would you be upset if I told you that I had that and I just was never wearing it?
No, that's okay. No sweat.
Let me see if I can.
Like I'm not trying to say Elden Ring is bad. It's obviously a great game. You go to your inventory. How many effing tabs do you need? Tools, ashes, crafting materials, bolstering materials, key items, sorceries, incantations, ashes of war, melee armaments, ranged weapons catalysts, arrows, bolts, shields, head, chest, arms, legs, talismans, info. It never ends, man. It's like 40 tabs. I feel like I'm running a general store in the Wild West or something.
I mean,
you hear this guy?
Yeah, let's go give him some oi. Where's he at? Nah, I mean, oh, there he is. Is that Patches?
Stop pretending you can't see me.
You see him? I don't remember this encounter.
I don't see him.
I don't see him.
Is he a sheep? Are you a sheep?
Anyone look me in the eye. I'm not that ugly, am I?
You're just swinging right off the bat.
Yeah. Why not? Do you hear
Is
him?
he in the bushes? I don't hear him.
You may have lost him. No, but I get the same
honestly,
thing.
His loss.
There's, oh, he's over here.
You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
He's somewhere around here. You hear him?
Yeah, you there?
I hear him.
Stop pretending you can't see me.
Honest, it's on site. As soon as I see this guy, it's on site.
Do some rolling. No, there's people that like will die on the hill for Batro, and people that will go into chat. They'll be like, "Oh, you're playing Batro, bye," and I'm like,
I know, it's crazy.
and I get it if it's like a mid-tier game, but it's not. Why do you think? Why? Let me ask this.
Incredible.
Let's dissect. Let's dissect the brain of a Batro hater. Why do you think? What could be a reason why someone doesn't like Batro? Gamba?
No, I think they just like, you know, it's just not their scene for whatever reason. Maybe they find it boring. Or the thing that gets me, and again, you ever feel as streamers like you're not allowed to be insane anymore? Like your opinion has to be representative of like the norm. You can't just be like, here's one out of the pocket. Here's one out of the pocket for you. I think our society has a disease where a current great thing can never live up to the potential of new thing that doesn't exist yet. Yeah. Like, thing that I already have, yeah, it was good, but it's like a little bit played out. You know what's going to be even better than that? Thing that doesn't exist yet, which has a 98% chance to be worse than current thing. And then when that comes out and it becomes the current thing, people are like, yeah, but it's no Batro. I got 1,000 hours out of Batro and it was only $20. This one's $23 and I only got 112 hours out of it. Kind of a ripoff, honestly. So we live in a sick planet, man, I think is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, so the first grade is smell the roses while you got the roses instead of when you're stuck with Clover because all the roses are dead.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You got me 100%.
Yeah, well,
that's why, like, you know, the most exciting gaming event of the year is never like great game coming out. It's always like, oh, game got announced at E3. Can't wait to see it come out in 7 years. If Microsoft doesn't shutter the studio after the game came out, got a 92 on Metacritic, and sold like 2 million copies.
Dishonored? Is that the game you're talking about?
I was going for Hi-Fi Rush, but I mean, I think it applies to some of the Arcane Austin games as well.
What is Hi-Fi Rush?
It was a Microsoft game that came out last year. It's kind of like Jet Set Radio meets Ultra Kill. I'm a believer in smelling the roses for sure. I think it applies to streams too. Like, what's the #1 thing that the most annoying chatter will say to you when they join the chat? Oh, when is this segment over? Like, literally, you just popped into the stream, you have no context for where we're at, and you're like, oh, Batro, what's he playing next? Like, just relax, bro. Like, really? Like, that's where we're at? We got adult human beings who are like, the flashing lights accompanying the banter are not the genre of flashing light I prefer. Like, are you a moth? We're human beings, man. We got greater capacity than this. We gotta hold ourselves to a higher standard.
What are you, a moth? That's a top 20 NL quote, Chad. That's potential tombstone stuff. All right.
me at 9:46 p.m. on a weekday.
Oh man. You think that
Bilateral banter sucks though? Yeah, guy who's been asking me like what my favorite sandwich topping is for 6 months and getting ignored. The banter sucks. You use jelly or jam? When you played Isaac, we used to answer important questions like that. Hey, and ever eat lunch in your car? Of course, bro. I live in North America. It's every day.
This guy's a +2 factory right now.
You ever eat lunch in your car? Why? It's not a personal question. It's not like asking if you're
I mean,
depressed.
well, when
It
you
just
said like everyone does it, I'm like, bro, the only time I do that is if it's like code red. Like, unless something's gone terribly, terribly wrong for the day, I'm not eating my car. Like you can't.
Really? Would you like if you went to McDonald's?
Yeah.
Would you rather eat it in the restaurant or in your car?
By myself?
Yeah.
In the restaurant.
I'd rather eat it in my car, 100%.
Bro, you're cramped. You got a seatbelt on. If you drop a fry, you'll find it 3 months later.
Well, I'm not dropping a fry. That's step one.
Bro,
It's just not gonna happen.
I've seen you play Elden Ring. You drop fries.
Sure, is it more cramped? Sure, but I don't need that much space to eat a hamburger. Like it's got chairs in it. That's all I need. And like I got my own private environment. I can crank up the AC. I can listen to whatever I want to listen to on the radio.
Let me tell you this. I don't remember anything 6 months ago, but I do remember one day I had like a doctor's appointment and I had like 45 minutes to kill before I had to get my kids from school. And I saw a Burger King. And I'm like, you know what? You know what would just make this day amazing? Going into the
daddy's turn.
Going into the Burger King, ordered from the counter. They gave me a plastic tray, took it over, sat into like a hard plastic booth that was pristinely just sprayed and wiped down. And I just sat there, looked around at the other senior citizens eating by themselves. I just gave them a nod. And I can tell you intimate details about that lunch that I could never tell you about the last time I ate at lunch in my car.
I can believe, there's something about being in the arena, you know?
Yeah.
Like, couldn't understand it. I don't mind eating in the restaurant.
Bro,
I'll have a McDonald's breakfast in the restaurant. That doesn't bother me.
The other thing too, I never noticed so many browns in Burger King in my life. Everything is brown. Everywhere you look, brown wrapping, brown napkins, everything. It's like.
What about was the tray like a beige or was the tray red?
It's like
I'm thinking of red.
They have a Photoshop color palette. It's like brown, red, and green. That's it. That's it.
It is like it's got to be the beigest fast food restaurant for sure.
Yeah, and I kind of like when a company sticks to a color palette that's a little bit avant-garde, I'm all about that.
Yeah, I kind of miss when fast food restaurants used to be ugly instead of like all looking like like a graphic design shop or something like that.
All right, I'm not trying to date you because I don't know if you did you ever experience, and if you haven't, I feel sorry for you. Did you ever experience McDonald's when you used to order something and it came in a foam box? Did you ever get that?
No,
you never got foam box.
It's got to be maybe like 3 or 4 years before my time at Max. Like, I was always in the cardboard box era.
Oh, it tasted so much better in the styrofoam. Sorry, Planet, but it's true. You opened up, you heard that little of the styrofoam just grinding against each other. You took out that Big Mac and, bro, it's so good.
Well, if you love it so much, you could probably just head down to the landfill and get the same box you had from 1992.
But here's the thing. How can someone make something that is like a container that doesn't eventually break down? Like, why didn't they think of that?
Well, I think like when they invented styrofoam, they were like, "Holy cow, it doesn't break down," and everybody was like, "Yeah." And then like 2 years later, they were like, "Oh wait, it doesn't break down." No.
Oh. I think how many souls do you have?
5,000.
You want to go +2 our weapons and then go fight Big Daddy?
No, I want to fight there's got to be a boss here that's easier for us to fight.
Okay.
There's got to be a Bonnie. There's got to be a boss. And then, we're far enough away from beating Godric. I don't think, like, an extra 2 levels of strength is going to make the difference. Like, this is a boss right here. We just need to find the associated bonfire.
Just in case we die?
Or do you just spawn here anyway, now that I think about it?
I think as long as we both don't die, we're okay.
There's a stake nearby. That's right. Somewhere in here. You just spawn here. All right. It's every day, bro. I hear ya. I guess I'd enter the Ever jail.
It's Evergal. Serious question for you though.
Yeah,
because I know you kind of gave it up, but with all the games that you've played, and I mean, this is not inflating your ego, and it's not you being whatever. Do you have any desire to design a game?
No.
Why? Don't you think you could at least outline a good one?
No. I think that it probably appears easy from the outside, but probably is like really difficult.
See, that's it. I knew you were gonna give like some like baited answer like that, bro. You played
It's not
8,000
baited.
games.
Here's the difference between me and the average person. An average person would look at the fact that 80% of games suck ass and be like, why don't they just make them good? I look at the fact that 80% of games suck ass and go, man, making a good game must be really hard. Because they got experience, they got a team, they got resources, etc., and they're still like messing it up regularly. So then I'm gonna step in like presumptuously and be like, well, I've got 10,000 hours in the Binding of Isaac.
See, that's the answer I didn't want you to give. I wanted you to give the real answer. Be like, yeah, I could make a very simple game that's probably better than 90% of the trash out there.
I think that, I mean, I also, like, it just seems like, you know, you've eaten a lot of meals. Do you ever want to open a restaurant? Nah,
no.
Man. It seems seems hard. They keep going out of business.
Ooh.
You will not see me in all likelihood becoming one of those like YouTubers who starts like a game design or game development studio. And it's not a knock, it's the opposite. I think it's too hard for me when we already work in the easiest business of all time. Our business has like zero risk associated with it entirely. Like you probably saw when you did your taxes this year, you were looking over your receipts. How much money did you put into your business annually?
Well, you're making a large you're making a large assumption.
Oh, you did set up a new office, I guess.
No. Take a step further back.
I don't even know. I have no idea.
I haven't done my taxes yet, even though I've got I've got 7 emails from my accountant saying like, "Hey, I need this and this," and I just push them down, bro. I gotta I go from streaming to hanging out with the kids to cutting the lawn to coaching Little League. I don't got time for this tax stuff, man.
Like I'm with you, but like also I would like to be able to sleep at night, which is nice. But like I also heard that like in the U.S. you basically the IRS will just give you an extension like no questions asked.
Yeah.
Which I mean it sounds great, but apparently the reason they do that is because like 95% of normies, the IRS like owes them money when they file, so they don't care if you're like late, as long as you file the extension. But like if you owe them money, they're gonna be like, you know,
pay up, buddy.
You're paying the iron price. Yeah, exactly.
No, I just to me, like I look at those emails, I'm like, oh, this is like actual work. I don't want to do that, you know.
I know you could just be like shooting the breeze and playing video games instead.
But it's, you know, you got to prioritize some stuff, and it's like, well, one more Batro run or file your taxes. I got the extension, you know. I think that's good till October.
Oh man, you know it's only May.
Yeah. But also, I did read an article. I don't know if it's true or not that U.S. audits are going to be up 90% this year. So then that kind of made me regret extending.
But it's just like, isn't that like 80% like just random chance anyway? It's just like, you know, for whom the bell tolls.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get audited. Why would I?
I'm not even like, the thing that worries me about getting audited is not owing money. Like, I don't really, I mean, I care, but like, what are you gonna do, right? The thing that bothers me is like getting like a letter in the mail that's like, hey, oh, you claimed this $13 Steam purchase in 2017 on your taxes. What was it, and can you like provide evidence you used it on your stream? I'd be like, you know what, brother? Here's an extra 13 bucks for you. I'm not going back in the video catalog to go through that. That's insanity.
Or is it because you didn't want to admit to paying $13 for that game that blew up Mathis's YouTube channel? What was the name of that game? I couldn't think of the name of it.
Oh, Honey Pop?
Yes.
Oh. Years ago, I got audited and the state said I owed 35 bucks. I mean, like, I guess what I would say is it's easy to look at that and be like they wasted their time and money, but also like it's a great circumstance for you. Kate didn't get audited, but this year, like with her taxes, they were like, hey, we've reassessed a previous tax year and like you owe a little bit more money. Do you know how much more money she owed?
How much?
$6.63.
But they can't do that. How can they do
Like,
that?
We're really like you had. I'm sure you just put it into the computer, but it still costs electricity, and then like they have to mail like a certified letter to her, and we got to put in a check that we have to get from the bank, and then we got to put a stamp on it, and a mail carrier has to like sort it and load it into the truck.
But
You're like,
but they can't just change the rules like that. Didn't she already pay taxes?
yeah, but they like, you know, they're busy, so sometimes they're like, we don't really get to it for like 7 years or something like that.
So the money's just sitting there?
No, I think they spent it.
All right, hang in
It's
here.
okay. It's the cost of doing business. I think it's good because like every time I go outside and I see like the quality of our public services, I'm like, this is money well spent. Everybody's outside loving life, being happy. All of our infrastructure's in good condition. Nobody has any complaints about like the wait times in the medical system or anything like that. So I think it, you know, it's business as usual. It's working pretty well.
Oh. Let's take out Big Boy. I feel like this guy was the cover art. And he's not just a boss. He's not even a boss.
He's just a dude.
Yeah, just a guy.
He's just a cowboy.
How come they never made any good cowboy games?
They've made like 2 extremely well-known great cowboy games.
Yeah, but no one ever plays them.
Wait, Red Dead Redemption? Red Dead Redemption 2? These are popular games, man.
Red Dead Redemption 1 is good, but when's the last time you saw anyone playing Red Dead Redemption 2?
Well, everybody who played it on Twitch basically killed their career because it took 400 hours to beat the game. So like I don't see that represented on the platform that much anymore, but like when it came out, it was every day, bro.
Did you beat it?
I never even played it.
You never
It's
even
no Batro.
You never even loaded it up once?
What do I care?
I guess you don't. See, that's the type
I
of
don't care to be part of the AAA zeitgeist anymore.
What about Grand Theft Auto 6?
This is the closest I get to playing Red Dead Redemption 2. You know why? You want to know why I'm not going to play Red Dead Redemption 2?
Why?
Press the button on your controller that brings up the map, and then look at the staggering amount of waypoints that are here.
Yes.
And recognize that every single one of them has like a to-do list of digital objectives for you to complete. But remember that only From Software knows how to make combat disengaging. And in a Take-Two interactive Rockstar game, instead you're just clicking the lock-on button and pulling out a gun and pressing LB until an enemy dies. That's why I will interface with Elden Ring, but I'm not playing Far Cry 17. I'm not playing Assassin's Creed, you know, Thunder Bay Edition, and I'm not playing Red Dead Redemption 2. You know what? I played Red Dead Redemption 1. I was insanely excited for it when it came out. I played, I don't know, maybe like 8 hours of the single-player campaign, and here's what broke me. Okay, your next story mission. You can't do any other missions until you do this next story mission. Ride your horse 8 minutes to get to that story objective. Then talk to somebody for 2 minutes. He tells you to ride your horse 8 minutes in the other direction back from where you just came. Then there's like a group of bandits there. You kill them in 3 seconds. And then it says ride your horse 8 minutes back to where the quest giver gave you the quest. I was like, well, I don't even have like things to do, but my time is more valuable than this.
Bro, that was the intern quest in Red Dead Redemption. The intern made that quest. You can't even just give him a little dab. They're in your stream right now.
I'm sorry. I mean, that was like 15 years ago or something.
But you played Vice City though.
Yeah, I was, you know, I was 14. It's the greatest game ever made.
Someone in chat said you have a good Fallout take. What's your take on Fallout?
I was watching you play Fallout 4, and I played it when it came out, and I loved it, or liked it at least. And I was watching you play it, and I was like, this is garbage. The graphics look like trash. The animations are horrible. The story's incomprehensible, and the combat is the worst part. You just walk into the room and then like press V and then click on everybody's head. And then the only good part is when their head pops off of their body and like a fountain of blood pours out of their neck.
But that's worth it. It's worth it.
It's fun. I like watching you play it because every time I see you play it, you walk into a room, go, who's this? And then just obliterate them in slow motion. But I was like, what was I thinking, man? New Vegas is peak. It just sucks that you have to have like 3,000 mods in order to get it to run properly. But New Vegas is a dream.
I will tell you this. Look, I know what the people want. And you would think it wouldn't be, but it is. If you were to revisit New Vegas, I mean, you would probably set Drake Ninja numbers on Twitch.
I don't. So let's not use the D word. Is this gonna send us back to Caleb?
No, don't go in there. Yeah, don't go in there. Don't go in there. I think we should. You want to go spend our souls and take one shot at Morgat before you go play Batro?
Sure, yeah, let's do it. It's good timing. I guess we could just teleport to the Bonnie.
Lost Grace? To +2 our weapons or no?
Yeah, I think I got a smithing stone. Oh no, I used mine, but I'll go anyway. Why not? No rush. But like, I don't know, man. It's just... People think I'm anti-narrative. I love story. I'm just like anti many video game stories, which take like a thinner plot than like your average 90-minute movie and then put it between like 25 hours of extremely repetitive quests. And then if you're like, the story's a little bad, people are like, oh, you don't like reading books?
Yeah, I mean, the Fallout, there's one twist in Fallout 4, no spoilers. And I'm like... What? It doesn't make any... It's like, bro, the dude's 80 and you're calling him son and you're 40. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, wasn't there like you're cryogenically frozen at the start or something, right?
Yeah, but that still doesn't make sense. All right. I just need to level up. Let's get out of here. We'll go to secluded cell.
Let's do it.
Wait, so
I don't know, like, here's my... People think that I'm putting on airs to be annoying or contrarian. I'm not. Like, if I look at a game like Fallout 4, the actual game itself, where you pull out your gun and just mindlessly shoot NPCs while they run into the architecture over and over and don't even acknowledge that you're shooting them, is boring, bro. Batro, you're doing the same thing over and over, and it's exhilarating. You're like solving puzzles in your head. You're doing like quick back of the napkin type calculations, and when you play the peak hand, it goes.
You're not wrong.
That's why people are playing 100 hours of Batro. They're playing 20 hours of Fallout 4, and then they're like, you know, Fallout 4 is really good. Batro is kind of overrated, though.
Well, that's why I like Elden Ring and Souls games. It's just you circle, run around, dodge, and hit. That's it. It's a big game of rock, paper, scissors. Doesn't need to be anything more than that. They broke the mold
with these games. They have a story. It's not spoon-fed to you for the most part in cutscenes where the bad guy's like, I'm the bad guy. The game is difficult, but like that makes it engaging, and like the actual mechanics are fun to interface with, whether you're fighting a Hollow or Godric the Grafted.
You nailed it. That's why I think you can make a game.
Nah, like it's just easier to play something that someone dedicated their life to, and in like 5 seconds be like, nah, it's trash. Why they do it like this? Why didn't they just make video poker again?
How you doing on Estes?
I got 3 left, but
Okay.
I've been burning them like indiscriminately.
I think we can get him.
It's every day, bro.
Do you think you'll watch that boxing match?
There's a 0% chance.
You're not
But
gonna watch Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul?
if somebody gets knocked out, I'll watch the clip of the knockout. But no, I'm not gonna watch the fight because it's a scam, right? It's the same thing every time. They fight for 10 rounds, and then it's like the judges award it as like a draw or whatever.
But the only way you can win is if you knock the other guy out. That's the rules.
Well, if Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul or vice versa, I'll be the first one to click on the Dexerto tweet.
All right, don't die.
One step ahead of you.
All right, here we go.
Bro, he's staggered. Not stunned, but staggered.
Get away, get away, get away. Nice. All right, I got no Estes. We got to clutch up here.
He's gonna have a stun soon. I personally guarantee it. Oh.
Nice, finish him. Dopey. Okay, we're good, we're good.
Lay off my friend. He said no pickles.
You got any sauce left?
I got 1 Estes
Okay.
and a Dream. I'm backing up. I'm backing up on this one.
Oh, it's all you, brother. Come on. The perfect bookend.
Hang on here. What is this move? He shoots balls. Hang on, I need to urgently heal.
Nice.
1 second, I just gotta urgently heal real quick.
She's pulling up in the minivan. Is she gonna screech away, or is she gonna open the door and say, hop on in, Ryan? The side door is opening.
I don't want to be here. Bro, you need to fight in like a flatter arena, dude.
The Voyager door slides open. She gives you the glancing look. Time freezes, like you're in the Matrix, before she utters the words.
Ooh. It's crazy how much muscle memory I still have towards this guy. That's how you know the game's good, man. Keeping it real never goes out of style.
The first syllable. She says to you, I'm glad you got the flavored ones. End scene. Oh, nice clutch up.
This guy, he's nothing, bro. He's nothing. I forgot you can just, like, do this and kill every boss. Oh, they've taken away my ability to press buttons for a second. Like, you could just do this and kill every boss.
Jump attack?
Jump heavy, man.
I mean, there's a little bit more to it than that. It's not like you're using jokers
You gotta
or
press
anything.
circle from time to time. You gotta press circle now and then.
Nice,
Holy cow,
nicely done.
30,000 souls.
Nicely done. I feel like that's a good end cap. You clutched up when you had to.
Thank you, thank you. It felt good. It felt nice.
You know what else is gonna feel good?
3 hours of Batro after this.
When you hear the hum. When I'm jealous. I'm so real quick, Kappa and Chad, if you're a Batro hater and you're about to leave Ryan's stream, mods ban him. All right, Ryan, that was a fun one, man. Have
all right, later, brother. Later.
See ya. You might want to grab your souls. Okay, we'll grab our souls. No, we're gonna raid him, chat. We're gonna raid him. Good call, chat. If we leave, will it save? We should probably Bonnie up. You think that saves? We're just going here. I'm glad we made some progression there. Do we need to save it? Yes. Okay, cool. All right. Chat. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow's Noida, but we're gonna have to. We'll beat Fallout 4 before it. Man, Balatro's been completely yeeted, huh? Maybe we got. I mean, why in chat if you missed just a shred of Balatro? We will not usurp Noida tomorrow. I promise you that. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen.